Welcome to the Scaringi Law Legal News Break. Governor Wolf announced today, March 16, 2020, that effective at midnight, all non-essential stores are to close in Pennsylvania, as well as bars and restaurants, except for takeout dining. And then the governor went on. This statement that the governor made at a virtual press conference in Harrisburg has sent shockwaves across Pennsylvania. Business owners and managers and employees alike are concerned, and many are confused by the governor's statement. The question, must these non-essential businesses close in response to the governor's statement today? In my opinion, the answer is no. And that's because the governor does not have the legal authority to order the closure of any private business in Pennsylvania, nor does the governor have the authority to classify businesses as essential or non-essential. So nothing the governor said today has any legal force or effect. Perhaps that's why the governor did not use the word order or command in his press conference this afternoon. He even says during his press conference that it is not a mandate and that he will not enforce it. Perhaps he's saying that because he knows he doesn't have the power to enforce it. The governor's statement today that his business closure statement is not a mandate and he will not enforce it is very different from the statement that appears on his official website pertaining to his similar, more limited action of yesterday. Yesterday, March 15, 2020, the governor posted the following statement on his website, quote, "The Wolf administration orders restaurants and bars to close dine-in service in mitigation counties, including Allegheny, to stop the spread of COVID-19. Now, the pertinent part of this text, of that statement, reads as follows. Under the guidance of the Department of Health, using his authority under the state's COVID-19 disaster declaration order, Governor Tom Wolf today ordered all restaurants and bars to close their dine-in facilities at 12:01 a.m. on Monday, March 16th, in Allegheny, Bucks, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery counties for 14 days to help stop the spread of COVID-19. Businesses that offer carry-out, delivery, and drive-through food and beverage service may continue to do so, but eating and drinking inside restaurants and bars is temporarily prohibited. Furthermore, it reads, businesses that do not adhere to this order could face enforcement actions. Well, that's unlikely considering, in my opinion, the governor does not have the power to enforce this statement pertaining to the 5 counties or the entire state. In his original proclamation on March 6th, 2020, the governor proclaimed a disaster emergency under the Emergency Management Services Code. That appears to be the basis of the subsequent statements from the governor about the closure of non-essential businesses. However, the only power the governor has over private businesses under the Emergency Management Services Code is found in a particular section of that code, and that's the power to suspend or limit the sale, dispensing, or transportation of alcoholic beverages, firearms, and explosives and combustibles. He has not issued any such order pertaining to firearms. He has ordered the closure of some Pennsylvania liquor stores, and it appears he could order liquor licensees to suspend the sale of alcoholic beverages, but it does not appear that he has exercised that particular authority pertaining directly to liquor licensees. Further, the Emergency Management Services Code pertains to disasters, which are defined as man-made, natural, or war-caused. A viral illness does not seem to fit any of the definitions for disaster as defined in the statute. Now, one media outlet quoted the governor's office as sourcing the governor's authority in this very same code, a particular section, control ingress and egress to and from a disaster area, the movement of persons within the area, and the occupancy of the premises therein. So that particular media quoted the governor's office as saying the governor has the power under this disaster emergency code to control ingress and egress as it pertains to the disaster area. But again, that is for the disasters that are defined in the code, man-made, natural, or war-caused disasters, and a viral illness does not seem to fit any of those definitions. And so that code that the governor is citing as his authority does not seem to apply. Although the governor's webpage refers to this first statement as an order And although many in the media refer to it as an order, it really is not. The governor does not have the authority to order the closure of Pennsylvania businesses, let alone characterize them as essential or non-essential. And I think the governor's press conference earlier today makes my point, because Governor Tom Wolf expressly stated it is not a mandate and he will not enforce it. So I think there's a difference between his statement on his website from the first order of closure affecting a more limited area in southeastern Pennsylvania, and then the press conference today where he's saying now it's not a mandate and he's not going to enforce it. Perhaps that's a revelation that he really doesn't have the legal authority to enforce it, and it's not a mandate. Well, that's about all the time we have today. I want to thank you for listening to the Scaringi Law Legal News Break. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to call our office at 717-657-7770. Thanks for listening.